Alright, time for some backstory and lore. But for that, we're gonna have to hit the rewind button all the way back to 2010. Now, for anyone born after the year 2010, the word blockbuster might seem somewhat of a forgotten phrase from a bygone era. You know, something nostalgic millennials will fawn over. But to anyone who was fortunate enough to see the rise and fall of Blockbuster, knew exactly how special this store actually was. But what is a Blockbuster? Just picture a giant rectangular shaped building that's also a library, but the books are movies. And those movies in turn would come in small little rectangles. And that's where they lived. I'm kidding.
This is Sparta!
Anyway, in a time where streaming services were a far cry from what they'd be today, Blockbuster served as the cornerstone of entertainment for anyone wanting to watch a movie back in those days. You wanted to catch up with your friends at the water cooler? Blockbuster had your back. Having a hot date night? Don't worry, babe. Blockbuster has your back. You wanted to try the brand new game before actually buying it at the local GameStop? Blockbuster? Can you believe it? Blockbuster had your back. You could actually rent games and try them before buying them. In short, going to Blockbuster became sort of an event. You'd go down with your friends and family, all the walls would be adorned with posters and lit up properly, and you'd have wall-to-wall movies. In a way, it made you feel like a star, which is really weird. It's just a video store. Or was it? If you were a kid at the time, you got to benefit from one of the biggest perks at Blockbuster. And that, my friends, was called the Kids Pack. Much like a Happy Meal, except all the items were themed around movies. So you get things like a candy of your choosing, a soda of your choosing, popcorn, and most importantly, a toy. You know what this channel's about, yeah. Through the Kids Pack, Blockbuster would often feature toys from the latest movies. Like, right away, which was exciting because not only could you go down to the store and rent, I don't know, Anastasia, tucked under one arm, and an Anastasia-themed toy in the other. It was like getting a Happy Meal at the theater in your own home. And although they did often opt to getting nothing but new films to bait kids into buying them, and it worked. In 1997, the Kids Pack would once again attempt to entice us, this time with an older movie. The Wizard of Oz, whose movie just so happened to be re-releasing that summer. Now, The Wizard of Oz itself follows the story of a country girl living in rural Kansas, where she relents living there with her family in her boring little life, until a massive tornado sweeps her and her house off her feet, sending her into the stratosphere. I'm not even kidding, look it up. Upon the house landing, she passes out and wakes in a world not her own, full of color and life. This new world was called Oz. where she'll spend the majority of the movie, ironically enough, trying to get back home, and along the way meeting new friends and learning lessons in love, self-confidence, and bravery. The world of Oz itself is surreal and odd in a lot of different ways, in a lot of good ways. I'd say the experience is akin to watching Alice in Wonderland, or even Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's a classic for a reason, so I highly, highly recommend all of you guys checking it out. And while I do like talking about nostalgic things, there's one thing I like doing more, and that's opening this toy. So now that you got the backstory and lore, let's go over the rainbow and find ourselves a brain. Oh, my head. Oh, the room is spinning. Last thing I remember. The sum of the square root of any two sides from the isosceles triangle is equal to the square root of the remaining sides. Did I just do math? I can do math. You know, maybe I should check the math on that one. It does sound a little fishy. Wait, no time! But maybe just a little bit. No time! Wait a minute. Straw hair. Is that the Emerald City? Oh no! We're an Undertale! All joking aside, and with transformation currently withstanding, let's go ahead and explore the very first toy in the BlockBuster Play Pack. Elusive. Alright, it's been a while, but I think I remember how tapes work. Alright, so what you do is you need to rewind them, right, to get them to play. So I think what you do is you hold it like this. Alright, let's get this in frame. Ba, ba, ba! There we go! Just like old times, just like old times. Alright, right off the bat, you could tell this bag has seen better days. But again, it's coming all the way from that far, far land of 1990... Here's the date. I can't be bothered to remember that. I mean, I barely remember. I'm really bad with dates. It's almost like I have something wrong with my brain. Speaking of which, checking out the package that it came in, you could see that they went for that clear bag effect. However, what I love about promotions, especially from special places like BlockBuster that just don't exist anymore, is going to be just the bag information. Like if you were ever curious, whoever played Dorothy or the Scarecrow or the Tin Man, it's all spelled out there. It's like a mini credits. Again, another cool way that the toys from BlockBuster wanted to follow the theming of movies. And I'm curious, did they do that with all their BlockBuster Play Pack toys? Or was that just a special thing they did for The Wizard of Oz? But I digress. Let's go ahead and open this toy. Follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. Come out wherever you are. And meet the new toy that just fell from afar. Lovely. You know, every time I open up one of these, it's almost like opening an archaeological dig, you know? It's the reason why I wear these special patented Mind Munchie gloves. Link of merch in the bottom. There's no link. Yet. Alright, before we remove the toy itself, I want to go ahead and take a look at this crumbled promotional paper in there. Looks like, I feel like there's going to be a treasure trove of just like nostalgia there, you know? Whoa, and boy was I not wrong. Alright, we're gonna get a little bit of a sneak peek. You see we got the titular for the main four, as it were. I love the colors. The pastels are remarkable. It looks almost like a little mini movie poster. Again, sticking with the theming of you're going to the movies, but in a kid's meal set. And there it is. There's the little play pack symbol. Oh, I want to frame these. I'm just gonna get a frame and put it. No, I'm not gonna put it on my TV. Come on now. We're not barbaric. Oh my gosh, I just realized what that looks like. Taking a look at the toy itself, it is remarkably detailed. It feels heavy. It feels like something you could put on your desk and display. And while it does kind of look like he has his arms out from the back in a cross formation, I swear there's no allegory there, unless there was some kind of hidden message in the Wizard of Oz that I just didn't see. But I really doubt it. It's not like they had an allegory for God in the actual movie, like some ruler omnipotent that could just fix any problem. So about the toy. We meet him in toy form the way we meet him in the movie. In the movie, we find him tied up to a pole somewhere in the Munchkin field trying to scare off crows. Dorothy, the main character, who's trying to find a way to the wizard herself. And when she asks for directions, the friendly Scarecrow points her in several directions. Because, I mean, any direction is a good direction, really. Now, as far as the rest of the toy goes, it looks almost hand-painted, with remarkable and radiant details, from the top of his hat to the tuft of hay sticking out of his shirt, even down to the wood pike himself that he's tied up to. I mean, look at that. They added a knot in that tree. That tree has one big knot. Some toy designer out there looked at this and said, hey, this isn't just some log he's tied up to, it's a tree with a big knot. Alright, I'll stop saying that now. But now it's time to test our product, and for that, I've constructed my very own Yellow Brick Road. Let's go. Follow the yellow brick road, follow the yellow brick road. He twirls. I absolutely love that. Rides very smoothly. And it comes with a notch, which looks like you could go ahead and connect it to additional. So very soon, we're going to have all 4 members. And with that, hopefully unlock the secrets to the Emerald City. Huh. You know, it's weird. We're not so different, you and I. Both trying to find our place. Just trying to get a good direction on things. Both feeling like we're incomplete. Like something's missing. Like a broken mind.